while doing phonetic transcription, we need to know something more than just the segmental transcription. And that's an important task within, especially within IPA transcription. The point is that we need to know features of connected speech as well. So in this session, we are going to discuss something about transcribing beyond words level, right? The level where connected speech patterns are involved, right? Why should we go beyond segments and beyond words? The point is that segments are covered within segmental phonology when we are concerned with mainly with two types of sounds, segments, vowels on one hand, and then consonants. But while doing the segmental phonology, we can just understand what segments are involved, right? But while transcribing beyond those segments, we need to know that what are the points which are the part of suprasegmental phonology, right? For that purpose, if we just simply divide phonology into two types of phonologies, then one is segmental phonology and the other is suprasegmental phonology. Within segmental phonology, we cover those vowels and consonants. But within suprasegmental phonology, we are going beyond segments and words. We are focusing connected speech, that how speech is used, what patterns are involved, and how the features of connected speech are involved, right? So that's the topic for this session. Connected speech aspects are really important because we are not only conveying meanings through segments, through sounds, but we are also conveying meanings through the features which are superimposed, like a juncture, like stress patterns, like elision, like assimilation. So these are the features of connected speech. Speech, if we just go through the traditional, the conventional hierarchy, segments form syllables, and then syllables, they form foot or feet, right? Then feet form words, and then like the phonological phrases, right? And then words, they form, phrases form sentences and utterances, right? So we need to go beyond syllables and beyond words, right? And then we should also know, being the students of phonetics and phonology, how to transcribe those features which are the specific features of connected speech, right? What are those perceptible features which are perceived, which are spoken by the speaker and which are perceived by the listeners? And then as an expert of phonetics and phonology, we must know how to transcribe those features as well, right? You might know that there were some experiments done by experts using corpus, like the collection of lexical items, and then synthesizing them through rules, right? Just like machine language. And that machine language was used in order to understand and perceive the features of connected speech. That has been done by experts. And when it comes to machine translation, also in machine language, NLP, natural language processing, then we are required to know the features of connected speech as well. So the features are assimilation, when sounds assimilate, rhythm, like what stress patterns are used, what stresses are applied for making some syllables more prominent than others, and then various aspects of stress, primary stress, secondary stress, and then also the deletion of some sounds like elision or linking of specific sounds in specific contexts, right? And then also like tone, that variation of pitch, and then intonation, like that pitch variation at sentence level, and might be some more specific features. So as the students of phonetics and phonology, we must know how to transcribe these features. In assimilation, like if I can just give you an example, like I can go, right? So when this sentence is spoken separately, I can go, right? But when it is used in a rapid speech, then it may become like I can go, right? So that's the features of G. They are, just taken into N. N, which is alveolar sound, has been made velar sound. So that is one example of assimilation. Or green bus, when N is again, influenced by B, right? And it has become M. So that is assimilation. There are types of assimilation: regressive, progressive assimilation. Regressive assimilation is when the preceding sound is influencing. These examples are of regressive assimilation. And it could be progressive when the following sound is influencing, right? And there are more examples, like rhythm and stress, which is noticeable even when the syllable time versus stress time languages, they are used. So how to realize that transcription, right? How to realize that difference in transcription, that's the point. Or when elision is done, like when some sounds are omitted, like for example, in this phrase, the next day, right? So the t sound is deleted. So how can we use this type of, understanding, and then how to realize that understanding within transcription? So that's an important point. Or like linking, like in this phrase, big gift, when the G is linked within both of the syllables. Or like wait time, when T within these two syllables, that is connected, that is linked. Or it may be like the rise and fall of the tone. It may be like rising fall, or rising tone or a falling tone, right? So as the students of phonetics and phonology, we must know these differences. And these differences, basically, they are beyond words and beyond syllables. But as expert, we should know them, and then we should also know how to realize them into the transcription of connected speech.